Touhou has a lot of good music, so it's inevitable that some songs will go a bit unnoticed. Of course, the most underrated Touhou song is a very subjective topic, but I do believe I found a song that's gone underappreciated by most of the Touhou fandom, and the reason why? Most people don't even know that this song exists. In between Touhou 5 and Touhou 6, Zun rearranged a ton of his songs into the MIDI format and posted them onto his personal website for the world to see. With that knowledge in mind, I think the most underrated Touhou song is Treacherous Maiden Judas Kiss. The MIDI version. Judas Kiss is the theme of Mai from Touhou 5, Mystic Square. Since Mai is a stage 4 boss, she has a special gimmick. That gimmick this time around is another boss, a girl named Yuki. You fight both of them at the same time. Mai and Yuki were one of the very first group bosses in Touhou. But the second phase of this fight has a surprising twist. When you defeat one of the characters in the group fight, the other one gets their own second phase. This means that stage 4 of Touhou 5 technically has 3 boss fights. First you do the group fight, and then you fight one of the girls individually. If you take down Yuki first in the group fight, you fight Mai. And if you take down Mai first in the group fight, you fight Yuki. Now, if you end up fighting Yuki in the second phase, she's pretty pissed. Her theme, Crimson Maiden, Crimson Dead, is very simplistic in nature, but it's honed into a pure emotion of rage. But now for the song in the video, Treacherous Maiden, Judas Kiss, MIDI version. What happens if you fight Mai instead? While Yuki was upset at losing her friend in the fight, Mai seems happy. As such, the intro of her theme is a lot less intense, and brings about the sort of emotion that Mai is feeling. Freedom. She says that Yuki's not going to hold her back anymore. That's why the song is called Judas Kiss. Mai is a treacherous character who seemingly only stayed with Yuki for power. Yet at the same time, listen to the section of the song that comes after the intro. It almost sounds like a sort of corrupted version of Yuki's theme. Does Mai secretly still hold feelings of attachment to Yuki? Following this, though, we get a section of the song that sounds sinister. Mai is the Judas of Touhou, with the sin in this part of the theme alluding to her betrayal of Yuki. But then after this, we get the section that I think pushes the MIDI version above its PC-98 counterpart. The original version of this song keeps the same intensity and instrumentation throughout, which makes sense since it was made for computers with more limited sound capabilities. The final section of this track in the original simply lowers the pitch. In the MIDI version of this track, the last section is something far more tragic. The song slows down and has more melancholy instruments. This is how I interpret the section. Like Judas in the Bible, Mai realizes that she's betrayed the most important person to her. She might have thought that she could live without her, but now it's finally hit. Mai has no one left. Yuki loved her, and now she's gone. Mai is just alone. Even if my interpretation is wrong, there's no denying that the MIDI version of this song is a lot sadder. This tragic rearrangement of the song, in my opinion, makes it better not only in its sound, but also in its storytelling. Mai's sadness is emphasized far more through the MIDI version, which, when examined through one possible lens, makes her a much more complex character. This version of the song isn't attached to any game or any music CD. It's available only as a MIDI, and from some fan re-uploads. This version of the song does a lot right, but barely anyone in the fanbase has actually listened to it. That's why I think the MIDI version of Treacherous Maiden Judas Kiss is the most underrated Touhou song. With its variety of moods and character building, I highly recommend you give this song a listen. There's a link to it in the description below.